Hey guys, happy Sunday night. I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you tonight to bring you a series prediction and preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks going up against those hot Atlanta Hawks for the Eastern Conference Finals and the right to go to the NBA Finals. What a Final Four we have here, and it's fun to see two teams here in the Final Four in the NBA that aren't the usual suspects. So it's pretty cool to be analyzing this matchup at this time of the year, and it's definitely fun. And I'm excited for it. So let's get started. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks first, and then we'll move on to the Atlanta Hawks. So the Milwaukee Bucks obviously just came out of a series with the Brooklyn Nets there that they were able to win. It took them 7 games, but they were able to get it done. They were aided by injury, and to say that they weren't would be pretty disingenuous, I think. But they certainly had some good fortune there. It's bad fortune for the Nets, unfortunately. Kyrie Irving rolled his ankle there. That turned that series. Up until that point, the Nets had pretty much been in full control of the series. They let a game get away from them in Game 3, where they probably should have won, and the Bucks were able to pull it out late. And then Kyrie goes down. The Bucks take advantage of the opportunity, smell blood in the water, and end up winning that game to tie the series back up. And from there, it was game on, and they won 2 out of 3. And kudos to them for doing it, man. I'm really impressed with what they're doing. That noise you're hearing in the background is my lovely dog Sadie, who likes once again to eat during my videos. But anyway, with all that being said, really impressed with what the Bucks were able to do, despite the injury, help, whatever. It doesn't matter. They got the job done. They were able to do it, and so they deserve credit for that. The Atlanta Hawks, on the other hand, coming out of this series, they were able to upset the Philadelphia 76ers. Kudos to them for being able to do that. Highly impressive. It doesn't matter what the inadequacies of the Philadelphia 76ers were. The Hawks deserve the credit because they got the job done. So gotta give them my respect. Gotta put some respect on their name. They certainly proved me wrong. They got it done. So here we are, and we look at this matchup that we have. So the Milwaukee Bucks obviously got through the Miami Heat in the first round relatively easily. They struggled with the Brooklyn Nets, but they did end up getting through that. The Atlanta Hawks rolled over the New York Knicks really easily, which actually really surprised me. I thought that would be a very tough series for the Hawks. As a matter of fact, I thought the Knicks would win that series. So these Hawks have been making me look foolish a lot lately. So gotta give that up to them. And then, of course, they were able to do what they did tonight, cap off this series with the Philadelphia 76ers. This is what I'm about to say is going to be met with, I don't like the Hawks. Probably a lot of you are going to start thinking that. It's not that. It's that I'm really objective. And yes, I have been wrong about the Hawks up until this point. I believe I was flat out wrong with the New York Knicks, but I believe if we're being 100% honest, which is what we like to do here at this channel, the Philadelphia 76ers lost that series more than the Atlanta Hawks won it. I know that some of you will probably disagree with me on that, but being down by 20 points plus all those times, coming back and winning, the other teams, you're going to have some help from the other team, and they did. And they had Ben Simmons on the floor, who was afraid of his own shadow. Tobias Harris, who is unfortunately very, very overpaid, and Joel Embiid, who wants to be a shooting guard instead of a center. So all of those things kind of assisted the Atlanta Hawks in getting to this point. When you look at this matchup here, I honestly believe that the Hawks are in trouble here. I know I've been saying that for 2 series now, and I've been wrong twice, right? But with that being said, the Milwaukee Bucks don't play the same way the Philadelphia 76ers do. They're not going to let you off the hook. You get down by 20 against Milwaukee, you're not getting back in. And the reality of it is that you're not going to be able to benefit from Ben Simmons, who pretty much allowed you to play 5-on-4 on that end of the floor. That's not going to happen. You're going to have your hands completely full with Giannis and Antetokounmpo. First time I've tried to attempt his last name in a while here. But you're going to have your hands full with Giannis in this matchup. You've got nobody down there that can deal with him at all whatsoever. You're going to have your hands full with Brook Lopez from the outside. I think that's going to create some issues for the Atlanta Hawks there. I think they're going to have a really, really hard time, keeping people from the basket because, Brook Lopez plays outside. He's not like Joel, where Joel kind of plays in that mid-range. You're not going to see that. You're going to have problems with Drew Holiday. He's struggled shooting the ball. You're going to have major issues with Chris Middleton as well. The problem that I see with the Hawks is that I don't think they're going to be able to defend these guys. That's number one. Number two, defensively, I believe Milwaukee is a significantly better defensive team than the Philadelphia 76ers are overall. And the reason why I say that is, say whatever you want about Kyrie Irving not being there and James Harden being on one leg, it was still really, really impressive the way that they were able to defend the Brooklyn Nets and keep those games at the low scoring rate that they were at. And that was one of those games even had a healthy Kyrie and a healthy KD on the floor, and they were scoring in the 80s. So it's going to be really, really hard for this Atlanta team. I think that Milwaukee's length is going to be what's going to bother them the most. I think Milwaukee is long and athletic. You're not going to get a whole lot of fouling on the jump shooters. They're hard to deal with because they're just so tall, and there's so many guys that have such long arms. It's just going to be very, very difficult for the Atlanta Hawks to have much success offensively in this series. I think it's going to be a knockdown, drag out as far as them trying to score the ball. It's going to be tough. I mean, I look at it across the board. I literally don't see one area that the Atlanta Hawks have an advantage in whatsoever. I think this is going to be a really tough one for the Atlanta Hawks. And I got Milwaukee in 4. And yes, I said it. I got Milwaukee in 4. I think this is a sweep. I think the happiest people on planet Earth right now are the people who preside in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now, and that are Bucks fans. They wanted to see the Atlanta Hawks for a reason. They didn't want to see the Philadelphia 76ers. I still think the Milwaukee Bucks are better than the Philadelphia 76ers. I think that they would have beaten the Philadelphia 76ers ultimately, but that's a much, much better matchup for this Milwaukee Bucks team, a much more difficult matchup for them than what the Atlanta is going to be. So I know that lots of you, like I said, are going to say that I probably got hate in my heart. I don't. I like the Atlanta Hawks quite a bit, but as I say always, all right, I keep it all the way 100 here on this channel. I don't do fandom here. We do objectivity. And objectively speaking, the Milwaukee Bucks are going to win this series in 4 games. It's going to be very quick, and they're going to be well rested, waiting on the winner of the Phoenix LA series. I think that series is going to be a longer series. between 6 or 7 games either way. I happen to think the LA Clippers will win that series. But either way, even if the Suns win it, it'll probably be 6 or 7 games before that happens. So I think Milwaukee will have the benefit of being able to rest and get ready for their first ever NBA Finals. So thanks, guys, as always. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure the comments are going to be really spicy. Looking forward to them. And I will answer as many of them as I can. And thanks, guys. Really, thanks for all your support. Today was a little bit of a tough one, but we've been on a hot streak, so we'll get back up on that horse. We don't have any games tomorrow, but I'm going to drop a preview and prediction for the Bucks-Hawks game 1 here momentarily, and I'll give you my thoughts on that one-game scenario. So thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Have a great Sunday night, and have a good week coming up. We are looking forward to the challenge. Thanks, guys.